Hey guys, welcome back to finally another devlog for console aspects. So I guess the first thing I owe you is an explanation of what the heck happened between January and now. So I kept steadily working on console aspects in my very sparse free time until about March. And in March, I had implemented two cool new features, a console edition style panorama in the background of the main menu, and I completely fixed the HUD text heights and jukebox text heights. Those both took me quite a while to work on, and I was very proud of them. I showed them off on Twitter, or at least I showed the panorama off on Twitter. And then Windows decided to lock up all my files, so I had to uninstall Minecraft, and long story short, I lost a lot of progress on console aspects. Obviously, since then, I've made better backups and everything, but it was very frustrating, and that did lead to me to just not work on the pack for quite a while. I instead focused on Java aspects again, which led to the 5.1.0 update and everything after that, and I updated Music Plus again. I just focused on anything I could besides console aspects just because I was honestly super mad that I had to redo all my work from before. But now, we're back, and my very first thing I did when I got back to work was redo those features. Thankfully, someone sent me code for how to do the panorama in an even better way. So the new panorama for the main menu, it uses the files from Console Edition. It can use the night file or the day file from any update. It will make it scroll exactly how it does in Console Edition. It's exactly the same speed, and thanks to the code sent to me by HJN, it will even scroll behind the new UI screens like the Achievements UI or the new Create World screen. This is possible because it's actually technically in the debug screen code, which always appears no matter what screen you're on. It was a very clever implementation by them, so thank you to HJN for the panorama update. Then I re-added the HUD text features, which was just fixing all the spacing, and same thing for jukebox text. It took quite a while. I used lots of pixel measurements directly from Wii U edition so that the spacing is perfect to a T, and that is done. So now HUD text, jukebox text, and the panoramas in the main menu all match Legacy Console once again, and I also backed up the pack this time. The rest of my work since the last video has been more sparse. Minecraft, Bedrock, and Java have been undergoing a lot of gradual updating of features that got left behind in the texture update, so in one changelog you'll see something like, oh, we changed how the cocoa bean texture looks, or, oh, we changed how the brewing stand arms connect to the stand so it looks a little better. And all of those things I've been slowly collecting, and now I went back and added the old versions to console aspects. In case you're interested, Console Edition matches Snapshot 18W50A, so all of the textures added past there are not canon, I'll say, with console aspects. So I've been adding the old versions. The only texture newer than 18W50A in Legacy Console Edition is the grindstone and stained glass, because people noticed that it was outdated and 4J updated them, before PS4 Edition was discontinued. This has been stuff like 2D door textures, sign textures, all the ores, iron golems, a bunch of random stuff that you'd never even think about, but I had to go and add just so it would be perfect. In one of the other console aspects devlogs, I made a point of mentioning that I had added the minigame sounds, and those are still here. Now they're finalized, they'll have sound events, but I also have created a new side pack called Minigame Modes. So this Minigame Modes pack is basically the 3 modes that used to be in Console Aspects Plus for the Battle, Tumble, and Glide minigames, and it is now its own thing separately with the music, because Console Aspects in this update is splitting into fidelity and performance, like Java aspects, so minigame modes needed to be moved somewhere else. I've also updated the music player integration for minigame modes to have the latest names of the Glide songs, and just work with the latest music player update. In the future, I also plan to add a few more cool things to the minigame modes pack, such as minigame death sounds, or like if you fall, it'll play the tumble sound, or maybe when you fly with the Elytra, it'll play glide music, because that's a thing you can do. You can make it dynamically play music based on when you're gliding with an Elytra. It's very cool. Now I just have a few random things I've done since then. I updated a bunch of HUD screen code so that it all matches the latest Java aspects update. I've updated the crosshair in the center of the screen. On Console Edition, it's a solid white, but on Bedrock and Java Edition, it kind of like changes color depending on where you're looking. So in this update, Snowstorm, the same person who helped me with the music player sidebar, helped me make the crosshair completely solid in the center of your screen. It looks very cool, and it's something you don't think about until you realize, oh, that's how Console Edition did it and not Bedrock. I, of course, ported the fix from Java aspects so that spawn eggs are no longer broken every update. That was like a priority for me because I hate how it breaks spawn eggs. I've also removed all the item files that make the pack take forever to compress and extract because I'm going to add the better method from Lucas used in Java aspects. Now here's a fun announcement. Sort of. It's a little weird for me. I'm gonna break pattern a lot. Normally I wait till everything is very, very, very polished before publishing anything. Even the first Java Aspects beta, I fixed as many bugs as I could find. Well, I'm not doing that today. I am going to release an alpha of Console Aspects 3.0.0 right now in the description. It is in a zip file and not an MC pack file, so if you don't know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be using the pack anyway, but that just means you have to change the file extension to MC pack and click on it like normal. This is essentially a version of Console Aspects that doesn't have any pack errors and doesn't have any major visual bugs in it anymore, so you can, in theory, use it on the latest Bedrock versions just fine. It's just missing all the latest stuff from Java Aspects updates, like entity model updates, obviously the category text remover I mentioned before. You're missing updated item icons, you're missing durability bars, you're missing a whole lot of stuff because you chose to download it now instead of later. That doesn't mean you can't download it later, of course, but you're just not going to get a complete experience, and that's okay. Do not report bugs to me, though. Believe me, I know that stuff is not working. I know that stuff's not up to date in that pack, and it's going to get up to date eventually, but right now, no. I guess I should close this video by saying, what's next? Well, obviously I'm going to be working on all the stuff that I've mentioned earlier in the video, the category text, the item icons, the durability bars, the item poses, every little minor fix that's come to Java Aspects is also going to come to Console Aspects. And just looking through the changelog, I realized there is almost no way this pack comes out before I go to college. I move into college in 3 weeks. I have a week of vacation with my family between there and then. That gives me 2 weeks to work on Console Aspects total. I am not going to finish this pack in time, so I'll try to release what I have done before I go to college. It won't be everything, it'll be all the major features, like item icons will be in there for sure, item durability bars will be in there for sure, poses maybe not because I have a lot of extra work to do on that, you know, that sort of thing. I would decide feature by feature what is worth porting. Final side note, I've updated the Bedrock Water pack for Minecraft Java Edition to 1.19. This version includes Deep Dark and Mangrove biome support. It also adds support for the Colormatic mod, and in the future, only the Colormatic mod will be supported instead of OptiFine as well, because it takes a long time to update when considering OptiFine, and a lot quicker to update when you just use Colormatic. I came up with a custom watercolor for the Deep Dark in this update that I think really complements the skulk, so you should enjoy this update if you download it. Anyway, that is the end of this devlog for Console Aspects. This one was at least actually focused on Console Aspects, so hey, thumbs up from me. But in all seriousness, I am sorry it's taken so long, but this is a free thing I do in my free time. Don't bug me about it on Twitter. I'm aware it's not done, and it's not going to get done any quicker the more you tweet it at me. So, for now, I do want to tell you all, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.